Hey there, friends. Welcome into our beautiful Grant live stream. I'm so blessed and happy to have you here. I had such a great consultation just recently with some new potential clients, and I'm hoping that you will be my next potential client. Now, I am a 71% successful grant writer. I have this dedicated YouTube channel that teaches all of you how to search and apply to grants. So I'm hoping that you've been applying to grants, friend. And if this is your first time seeing me, welcome in. I'm like your grant bestie, and I'm teaching you everything you need to know about grants. Okay. All right. So let me bring this up closer so we get up close and personal. Now, the grants that I talk about and that I've actually been talking about this week, I have spoken about over $100,000 worth of grants that you can go for. Now, there's some people out here that just simply don't believe in grants, but we can't focus on those people, friend. We got to focus on the opportunities that are for us. And if you are coming across this video, then maybe grants is another way, another stream of income that you didn't think that you could potentially go for, or you just simply didn't know about. And I'm here to teach you about it. Grants is free money that you don't have to pay back. There's no credit checks. So you don't have to worry about any personal credit inquiries, and there's no personal information needed, and you don't have to provide your bank statements. I love grants so much, and I've been winning grants for 10 years, and I love them so much because you don't have to pay them back. Now, this is totally different from loans and all that good stuff, okay? With loans, you got to pay those back, and you got to show a way you can pay it back. But with grants, you don't have to do that. Now, while all funding opportunities sound like a great way to go, it's very important for you to go and prioritize the ones that you don't have to pay back, if you know what I mean. So in the grant world, you simply need to explain to the people that's going to give you the money for free why you should be chosen for the grant. But hold on, friend. That's not a hard thing to do, okay? All you have to do is explain to them what is your product or service. How do you perform your products and services? Who are your clients, right? Who are your customers? And how are you, helping them solve their problems, right? What's their problem? How are you solving it? And what makes you so different from your competitors? That's actually not hard to answer at all, friend. But I know some of you all might not be so strong in the creative writing space. This is why I offer my $50 one-on-one consultations, so that way we can dive deeper into a potential grant you can go for, and you can learn how to answer these questions and learn how to simply apply to grants. Okay, so I'll put my number in the chat for you. But let's go over a little bit more, dive a little bit deeper into grants, and let's go over a grant together, okay, friend? And you know what? I'll go ahead and search for a grant just for you, because I'm going to show you how many opportunities you have out here. Now, grants. You know it's free money that you don't have to pay back, no credit checks, no personal information needed at all right? You also know that this is business funding opportunities that simply, all you have to do is apply for it, okay? That's all you got to do. Hold on, let me open up my door. Let me turn it on. Let me open up my door. Okay. Sorry, y'all. If y'all don't know, I'm in Africa. Yeah, Grant got me here, so we're in and out. Okay, so where I was going with that was there's so many different things that you can, or ways you can actually get approved of a grant. Okay, one way you can get approved for a grant. No, the other one I don't like. Yeah, thank you. One way you can get approved for a grant is simply by a random raffle. So it can be like a random raffle, like they'll put your name, you'll submit an application, they'll randomly draw. Another way you can win a grant is through a first come, first serve basis. So you would see those type of first come, first serve basis grants that are state and local funded. So state and local funded grants will be like grants for Black women-owned companies in Dallas, Texas. Grants for trucking companies based out of Memphis, Tennessee. Grants for Latino-owned businesses in Miami-Dade County, right? So those are state funded grants, which is different from federally funded grants. Okay, I don't talk about federally funded grants on my channel because I would hate for y'all to apply to a federally funded grant, and we know what's going on politically. They might take your opportunity away from you just when you thought you could depend on it. Okay, so I like to focus more on state and local funded grants, as well as grants that are funded through other nonprofit small business programs, and also grants that are funded from private sectors. Okay, thank you. Can you bring me the sugar and all that stuff? Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's move forward. Now, I use the main website I use to find these grants is GrantWatch.com. All right, so I'm going to go to GrantWatch.com. I'm going to pull it up here and we're going to find a grant. And also, I'm going to put my number. Don't forget, I'm putting my information here in the chat for you. So you can text me and you can text the word grants and I'll send you my consultation link. It's only $50, but it's a 45-minute consultation. And I teach you how to apply to grants. And we also talk about my services too. Okay. I will apply to grants for you. I'll write a business plan for you, all the stuff that you need, which brings me to what you need to have before you apply to a grant. Okay. What you need to have before you apply to a grant is simply a business plan, a 90-second pitch video, and a pitch deck. All right. Now, a business plan, you could go for it. The business plan, it needs to serve as like your answer key. All right. It's going to serve as an answer key for your business. When you are applying to grants and they're asking you questions, sorry, I'm putting in my number, put my number in the chat. Text hashtag grants to 855-731-1487. All right, there I go. All right, so when you are applying to grants, they will ask you questions like, what is your business mission? Okay. When they ask you questions like, what is your business mission? Tell us about your business. Who are your competitors? That is actually where your business plan will come into use. You will use your business plan as a business, like an answer key for when you are answering these grants. Okay. So that's why I say always have a business plan. If you don't have a business plan, then, I write them so I can write a business plan for you, or you could just simply use like a Google template or use AI to write your business plan for you. Okay. All right. So now that you know that, grantwatch.com is what I use to find grants. Now you can use Hello Skip. You can use what's another one? Hello Alice, right? You can use Hello Skip, Hello Alice. You can use grantwatch.com. You can use grants.gov. I talk about that in my grant masterclass. I have an entire playlist that teaches you how to search and apply to grants. They're like very short videos, very direct. But you can use those sites, but I actually like using grantwatch.com because grantwatch.com is really easy to use. Okay. All right. So, and they updated their website, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me show you here. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. All right, so this is GrantWatch.com. Okay. And GrantWatch is the website I use to find grants. Okay. And you can put in all of the filters that you see here that's going to help you find a grant. All right. So you can be in category means like what category do you fall under? All right. So you can be, let's say, BIPOC means you're a Black, Indigenous person of color. You can be into, let's say, because I know a lot of y'all are in like transportation, right? Geographic focus. So where are you located? You could be located in Florida. Funding source. All right. So what are you looking for? What types of grants are you looking for? You can just click on all funding sources and you can search for a keyword. Oh yeah. And for this one, you do have to subscribe. So I think this is like $45 a month. Click to search available grants. Okay. Then it should find the grants for you. Okay. You see all these grants available. There you go. You got some that's upcoming, all kinds of different grants. Now they have more keyword searches, or more filters that you can put in. Like you can enter in a specific city in Florida. So I could put in Miami, right? Miami, Florida. or the county, Miami-Dade. Okay. Transportation, you can enter another keyword. Sort by, you can actually sort it from like the deadline ending. So which one is ending sooner? Which one is ending the latest? What was recently added? I like to do recently added. We'll search. This is what's been recently added for Miami-Dade. Okay. So GrantWatch, this is like my favorite grant search engine to use to find all the grants that serve in our favor. So what I do is I click on view grant. And it should bring it up, but it will bring up like the details about the grant. In order for you to view the full, like all the details about the grant, who they're looking for, you have to be subscribed. Okay. So let me show you their plans too, so you'll know how much it is for you to subscribe. So you can pay $18 weekly or $45 a month. I do the monthly. Okay. Or you could just do quarterly, which is $90 every three months, or annually for $199. You'll be able to use this platform at your own leisure. Okay. All right. So this is grantwatch.com. This is what I use to find grants. It's not hard at all. Okay. It's not hard at all. You can literally use these filters. It says smart filters. So this is what this is. Literally, you just fill out the filters and it'll show you, click on search, and you'll be able to find all the grants that serve in your favor. So visit grantwatch.com, friend, and I want you to start searching for grants yourself. Okay. Do we have any questions? I just gave y'all some sauce. Do we have any questions here about like grants and stuff? Most of the grant applications, they would ask you, and let's go over a grant application really quick. One that I went over like last week. All right, this grant application I'm going to go over is for all startups and small business owners in the United States, and this is 100K that you can go for. Now we're going to go through the actual application itself. So apply today, we'll click on it. I'm going to show you generally what a grant application would ask for. Okay, we'll go through this one. So you'll have reassurance on what you need to have before you go for a grant. Now, the best way for you to make sure you are properly prepared for a grant application or a grant program you want to go for is literally to go through the actual application first before you decide to apply to it. Why? Because you'll know the questions that they're asking, and you'll also know what you need to have you decide to, go for the grant. All right. Now, I dive deeper into these things in my 101 consultations. It's only $50. It's so worth it. Text word #grants to my number. I pinned it at the top here. So that way you and I, we can dive deeper into these grants, and I can potentially walk you through a grant application and help you apply to one too. Okay. So if you found a grant that you want me to help you apply to, you can always book a 101 consultation with me. Okay. So the grant, it's going to ask you in the first half general information, first, last name, email, phone number, your city, social media page. So they're asking for LinkedIn, but there's no red star. So that means it's optional. Your state, country, and the program that you are applying to. For this program, it's called the Bronze Valley Investment Accelerator Fall 2025. And then they'll ask you for your company name, your website. It says list NA if you don't have a website yet. You can do that. Non-applicable. So if you are in the process of purchasing your domain, you don't have a website yet, just simply put in/A. Okay. Then they're asking for a description. All right. So 3 to 10 sentences. Tell them about your business. What is your business model? So are you business to business to customer, or business to business customer? All right. Which means you serve both. How does your business make money, or how do you intend to make money? So explain that to them. Do you have any customers? Is the company generating any revenue? Who are your competitors? Competitors could be other companies working with the same customers, providing a similar solution, or both. Even if they aren't any obvious competitors, sometimes the status quo can be the biggest competition. So they want to know who your competitors are. These questions that they're asking will actually be in your business plan. Okay. So that's why I said having a business plan helps you out. Your team. All right. So who is your team? Tell us about your team. Even if it's just you, what background and skills do you have to make your company a success? Did you do any special training in order for you to be certified to perform? Okay. Did you pay coaching or specific certifications that you got? Did you go to college? Do you have a college degree for this? Like, tell them about your background and skills and how that will help you make your company a success. All right. So you will pretty much say, okay, well, I got my cosmetology license 10 years ago and I've been working in this field for 10 years. So not only did I receive my cosmetology license in 2015, but for the last 10 years, I've been actually working in this field, even through COVID. And with my resilience and my consistency, that is what's going to help me develop my company or make my company a success. Simple. Okay. Traction. It may include your revenue generated in the last month, revenue generated the lifetime of your company, monthly revenue growth rate, number of customers, notable customers, number of paid or unpaid pilots, etc. All right. So traction. They want to know this when they ask this question as far as in traction, what they're trying to get out of their answer is, can you show a need for this program or for this grant? Showing a need could be saying, well, within our first year of operations or within our first month of operations, we've been able to generate $5,000. But now this next month, we've only generated $2,000, half of that, simply because we lack the supplies and equipment necessary to fulfill the jobs at that time. So if we have additional supplies and equipment to be able to fulfill all of these orders that are coming in, then we will be able to increase our revenue. So traction is literally a question that they're asking or information that they want to gain from you in number form to see how much or how do you need this grant. Okay. Unpaid pilots or number of notable customers. Sorry. So have you done like a pop-up shop? Did you pay for all of that stuff? And did you make any revenue from it? If not, how many signups did you get from that? Okay, so that can be, you can answer it in that way too. All right, industry. This is very, very like straightforward. What industry are you into? So it can be, consumer goods, whatever have you. You just choose whichever one is for you. So food and beverage. Then you'll give them a keyword. So it could be like restaurant, right? If you're opening up a restaurant, right? Full-time employees. How many full-time employees do you have? How many part-time employees do you have? Investment stage. So you can put not applicable or not sure. You could put in pre-seed if you are the one that has been funding your entire business. If you've actually received investment, then you can put in your seed round. Okay. What is the exact dollar amount of funding that you have received from accredited investors? If you haven't, you will put 0. And are you currently fundraising? Yes or no? Most of you are yes, because you're actually applying for this grant. So that should show yes, you are fundraising. Okay. Now here's where it gets real interesting. A pitch deck. All right. If you have one, please attach to it. The more information that you provide to these grant applications, the higher the chances that you'll have at getting approved or getting the money from the grant. Okay. If you don't have a pitch deck is essentially a slideshow. All right. A slideshow of, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and bring one up for you. It's a slideshow that shows you like everything about your business. Okay. So I'm going to show you what a pitch deck is, because I know some of y'all like probably don't know what that is. All of the key factors that's in your business plan needs to be in this slideshow, in this PowerPoint presentation. Okay. All of the key factors. So I'm going to show you one that you can take a look at. And then once I go through it, you'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, you need to have one like this, friend. All right. So give it a moment. It's coming up. All right. So I'm just going to show you one. Okay. Let me see. And I'll just go through this one really quick. So everything that you need to have in your pitch deck, because mind you, this is what it's asking for, a pitch deck. All right. The pitch deck essentially is a slideshow or a slideshow presentation that you are pitching your idea. You are pitching your products and your services. Why should people shop with you? Why should you be funded? Why do you need this money? Why do you need the opportunity? Okay. So let me go ahead and show you. Now you see up here, it says 1 out of 11. So you can have about 11 slides. And just to go through it, this one is about, I do these for my clients. So if you need me to do a pitch deck and a business plan for you, definitely text me. All right. So this one is about a DNA and drug testing. You have their mission, what their customer problem is, what's the solution, what their services are, what's their business model, their industry overview. Okay, so pretty much all about their industry, their marketing strategy, which is very important. What is their financial targets, which is really important. A little bit about the company,